guys, it's Paradise and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Wilds video and our Weapon Workshop tutorial series. This is a series where we go over everything you would want to know about the weapons from their basic moves all the way to your main combos and recommendations, including how the weapon works and the theory behind them. We'll have you covered with a Weapon Workshop tutorial for each of the 14 weapons in the game, but today we'll be focusing on one of the most aerial and unique weapons, the Insect Glaive. If you guys do enjoy these videos, a like, comment, or share would be super appreciated as we put a ton of work into each and every one of these guides. So let's get into things. The Insect Glaive is the king of mobility, offering unmatched aerial control while also incorporating a Kinsect companion to boost your combat abilities. This weapon lets you vault into the air, chain mid-air attacks and stay airborne longer than any other weapon, making it an excellent choice for hunters seeking a highly agile playstyle. But don't let this mobility fool you. Its grounded combos strike rapidly and hit harder than its aerial attacks, making it a versatile weapon with a variety of combos and playstyles. Now let's break down the flow and cover the basics with a more in-depth look at each move later on. When you draw the weapon, you'll start on the ground, where you can unleash fast combos while sending your Kinsect out to harvest extracts. These extracts displayed below your health bar come in 3 different colors. Red opens up the ability to use your new charged attack and lasts 90 seconds. White enhances your movement speed and jump height and lasts 120 seconds, while orange will grant you flinch-free permanently while active, even when not attacking, unlike previous iterations, and lasts 150 seconds. There are additional enhancements when combining 2 colors together, and collecting all 3 extracts grants additional buffs on top as well as all of the previous buff effects. These bonus effects are in addition to the base buffs of each extract. Red and white together increase your attack, while white and orange increase your defense. Having all 3 colors at the same time will grant you all of the previous buffs, give you a further increase to your attack, will mitigate wind pressure, tremors, and roars, also enhances your moveset, as well as giving you access to your new most single powerful attack, the Rising Spiral Slash. It also starts a new timer lasting 90 seconds when you have all 3 buffs. It's important to know that Kinsect extracting and gathering is vital to the Insect Glaive's playstyle, so let's go over your icons. First, you have the Kinsect icon. This shows the color of extracts that have been gathered and are currently held on the Kinsect. Recalling it back to you will then remove these from the Kinsect and bank them on yourself, granting their buffs to you and starting their timers. The Kinsect by default has 2 extract gathering slots, but certain moves can open this up to 3. When your Kinsect is attacking on its own or assisting you, it will drain its stamina bar to the right of the Kinsect icon. Once depleted, the Kinsect will be recalled back to you so it can automatically regenerate while resting on your arm. Finally, you have your extract icons, 1 for red, 2 for white, and 3 for orange. Kinsects can be purchased and then upgraded or raised at Gemma. There's many kinds with different attack types, powder types, stats, and bonuses. They will, however, all copy the same element as your Insect Glaive. Powders are dust clouds that are left behind when the Kinsect attacks on its own. Your follow-up attacks on your glaive will pop these powders, activating their effects. There's Poison, Paralysis, and Blast that each apply their own status, as well as Recovery that will instead heal you, and each Kinsect's powder is affected by its own stats. Just as their power affects their damage, speed alters how fast they travel through the air, and stamina for how long they can remain out before their stamina bar depletes. Each of the Kinsects has its own boost effects that give them a variety of enhancements. We've tested each of these ourselves to conclude what exactly these boosts might do, but note that these are not officially explained. So here is our findings. The Kinsect Boost Harvest Extract allows your Kinsect to gather up to 2 different extracts at once before being recalled, whereas other Kinsects without it will instead overwrite the first extract they gather. In addition to this, certain moves will open up your Kinsect to gather 3 extracts at once, with certain attacks like your Charged Harvest Extract, Rising Spiral Slash, and the final hit of your Empowered Triangle combo. The Kinsect Boost Fast Charge increases the speed at which you can charge your Harvest Extract. Attack Boost Powder improves the effectiveness of your powders, so status powders build up faster, while recovery powders heal you for more. Extract Boost Recovery increases the amount of health you gain from green extracts, while Kinsect Boost Stamina Recovery increases the stamina recovery speed of your Kinsect when it's resting on your arm. Kinsect Combo Boost Element seems to increase your Kinsect assist damage when using focus mode and attacking. And finally, the Attack Boost Weak Point Focus looks like it increases the Kinsect's damage during the dash, the end part of your focus strike. The basic gameplay loop will revolve around gathering extracts to keep your triangle extract buff active, as this dramatically improves your damage, movement, and attack potential while enhancing your moveset. If you want to hit the ground running and get straight to hunting, here's the general flow and combos you should try. Now don't worry if you get overwhelmed here, this section is just for if you want to jump straight in and get hunting. Everything here will be explained in more detail in the moveset section, so if any of this is confusing, don't worry, everything is explained throughout the whole video. First, you want to get your triple buff as quickly as possible, and there's a few options for this depending on the monster and the situation. A fast and recommended method is to hold R2 and then hold triangle until you see the white glow pop at the bottom of your glaive. Then release triangle while aiming down the length of the monster, which will send your Kinsect drilling through the monster, gathering extracts along the way. Use R2 and circle to then recall it and bank those buffs. Alternatively, you can control your Kinsect from range by holding R2 and shooting it out with triangle to gather specific colors from different parts of the monster. Kinsect Assist is another option by holding L2 for focus mode and using your glaive attacks with triangle or circle to have your Kinsect assist and gather extracts automatically with you. Once you have your 3 extracts, your moveset and stats are now enhanced, so you can get stuck in with 3 different playstyles, from powerful ground combos, flying to the skies for mobility and mount building but with less damage output, or focus on looping your powerful rising spiral slash. Your 3 playstyles include a devastating combo that can be looped, which is your rising spiral slash. Start with a strong descending slash by holding and releasing circle to fully charge the move for several rapid strikes. Follow this up with L2 and circle for the powerful rising spiral slash, which launches you into the air and consumes all of your extracts and regathers them during the attack. This can be looped if you manage to regather all 3 extracts during the attack, otherwise regather the missing extracts that you need to get all 3 through your Kinsect control that we've already gone over. This is a very strong and loopable combo for outputting high damage while consuming all extracts. Your other playstyle is to go for looping grounded combos. This delivers rapid strikes for great damage. Use L2 during your combo to increase your damage through enhanced Kinsect Assist, and execute 3 triangle attacks for your strong rising slash combo. Once complete, use circle for a tornado slash, allowing you to loop this combo infinitely as long as you have your triple buff active. When you have larger openings, instead of looping with Tornado Slash, hold circle during the triangle combo and release at the end to do the strong descending slash. This takes slightly longer but delivers multiple rapid strikes and allows you to continually loop this and repeat. The final playstyle is to go aerial for mobility, style, and to build mount damage. Use focus mode with L2 so your Kinsect will assist with you, and start with an R2 plus X for a vault. Then use triangle for strong jumping slash in the air, which will rapidly strike around you with the final hit connecting to a monster and bouncing you back into the air. You can reposition after each aerial attack with X for a Midair Evade in any direction, making the follow-up attacks easier to aim. Hold circle at any time during this combo and release to do a strong descending thrust, which will plummet you towards the ground with a strong attack. Once you land, you can end with the spiral rising slash with L2 and circle, or instead loop into any of the previous playstyles. Note that both the descending slash and descending thrust are offset attacks, letting you counter a move in the first swing of the grounded slash version, or the entire downward strike of the thrust. Also bear in mind that one of the fastest ways to get all 3 extracts back once you're mid-fight is to use your focus thrust leaping strike, which you can do with L2 plus R1 on a red wound. So mastering the Insect Glaive is all about keeping up your buffs, staying mobile, and knowing when to go airborne or stay grounded. But truly mastering the Insect Glaive will require learning its moveset, so let's go through the moves. We'll start with the various ways to unsheath your weapon and enter combat, and then get into the moves and combos. By pressing triangle from neutral, you will unsheath your weapon into a neutral stance. Pressing a directional input with triangle will perform a leaping slash, which is a quick vertical slash that is good for immediately going directly into your standard grounded combos. Pressing R2 from neutral will execute the Kinsect Harvest Extract. This draws your weapon as you send your Kinsect out to instantly collect an extract in the direction your character is facing when you draw. The Kinsect will fly forwards and gather an extract on the first part of a monster it hits, and then await your follow-up command. Now let's go over our grounded attacks, including both the regular and stronger enhanced versions. It's worth noting, attacking without your triple buff executes weaker versions of your moveset, so generally you want to be fully buffed before doing attacks. Pressing triangle while stationary performs your Rising Slash, which leads into Reaping Slash and then Double Slash, which is your basic ground combo string, but has a large amount of end lag. This can be mitigated with a follow-up circle input to perform the overhead smash that then allows this to be looped. It's good to note the third hit in this combo, the Double Slash, when using focus mode for Kinsect Assist, will open up the Kinsect if using a Harvest Extract boosted Kinsect, allowing you to gather up to 3 extracts instead of 2 while executing this move. When you have all 3 extract buffs though, your moveset is enhanced and this changes to the strong version of each move, creating the strong Rising Slash combo that includes extra hits throughout the combo, and as before it can be extended with a circle at the end of 3 triangle inputs to allow it to be looped with a Tornado Slash, which is an excellent ground finisher and hard-hitting move. Using a directional input with triangle at the start of the combo step will alternatively execute a Sidestep Slash, which is great for adding some movement towards your target, but it only hits once instead of twice. The second input in this combo can also be used directionally, giving you the Sidestep Slash combo instead of a Reaping Slash. Next we have our circle input for Wide Sweep. This is a horizontal slash that covers a wide area, and interestingly, it will recall your Kinsect if you use this while in focus mode with L2 held. This move leads to the overhead smash with a second circle input for a strong vertical attack. While buffed, this changes to the strong wide sweep, adding a strong second hit to it, and a secondary input will do our previously mentioned Tornado Slash, adding another and much stronger hit to the move that also lets you loop back into your combos. Directional movement with circle will perform a Leaping Slash, a stronger hitting jumping slash that adds extra distance to your attack, allowing for a minor gap close and reposition during the move. This can then be followed up with a Sidestep Slash with a forwards direction and triangle, creating a 2-step combo that closes some good distance and moves you forwards. Following any triangle attack, you can also do backwards and circle for a Dodge Slash, jumping you backwards while slashing, giving you another great mid-combat repositioning tool. This can even be done from neutral while in focus mode by holding L2 and then using backwards and circle. Now let's go over Descending Slash, our new charge move that does require you to have just the red extract. By holding circle, which can be done from neutral or during any combo, both grounded and aerial, you will charge this move up to 2 levels. This will increase the damage based on the charge level, but if you release too early, it simply performs a wide sweep. The full move is a fantastic attack for damage that has 4 hits, and because you can charge it during combos, you can release circle in the middle or at the end of a combo string to effectively extend a combo chain and finish with this attack. You cannot, however, chain this move into itself, as you cannot charge the attack while it is still executing. Timing the very first swing of this move just as you're about to get hit from a monster will execute it as an offset attack, letting you counter the incoming blow while performing the rest of the move. If you have all 3 extracts though, this move upgrades to the strong variant, hitting harder with 6 strikes in total, and allows for a Rising Spiral Slash as a follow-up, but more on this later. A quick tip to take note of is that the move itself will lock you into place as it executes, but you can always roll out of charging it by pressing X and then releasing circle mid-roll, which removes the charge and cancels the actual move. While you're in the air though, this move becomes the Descending Thrust instead, which will plummet you towards the ground, striking targets along the way, and then perform 2 grounded attacks after. This can be charged the same as before, while on the ground, in the air, or even mid-combo and release to execute. I would advise using focus mode and Midair Evades to make this a bit easier if doing the aerial variant. Take note this also marks the target, sending your Kinsect out to attack that spot and also create powder. Once you have your triple extract buff though, this becomes the Strong Descending Thrust, a better version of the attack, which as with the empowered state can be comboed into a Rising Spiral Slash, making for a deadly loop of air to ground to air combos, as the thrust version will descend you to the ground, while the follow-up Rising Spiral Slash will leap you back into the air. Note that the descending thrust will increase in damage based off of your aerial combat level, so using jumping or strong jumping slashes beforehand will increase the damage of this move when executed in the air. Furthermore, the full duration of the thrust to the ground is an offset attack, so clashing with monster attacks on the way down will topple them, triggering an offset and giving you a larger opening for follow-up combos or attacks. Next we have our powerful finisher and extract consumer, the Rising Spiral Slash. This requires all 3 extracts to be executed and can only be used as a follow-up to the strong descending slash or thrust. It's one of the strongest moves in our kit with a very high total motion value. It has you launch yourself into the air, striking all around you with your Kinsect, and your Kinsect will regather extracts during the move. This makes it an interesting move as it both consumes your buffs, but also regains them. Despite being an aerial move, this doesn't seem to build any mount damage on monsters, but it does leave you in the air. If you do nothing, you will just drop back down. But you can chain a focus strike with this to instantly get back all 3 extracts and loop this powerful move. Alternatively, you can go into aerial combos and attacks, but we'll have more on the aerial moveset soon. A good thing to remember is that Kinsects with the Harvest Extract bonus allow this move to gather 3 extracts instead of just 2, potentially allowing you to regain all 3 extracts back during one execution of the move. Then we have our Focus Strike, or Focus Thrust as it's actually called for the Insect Glaive, the Leaping Strike. This will have you lunge at a target and stab them for 1 hit. Then you will pull your glaive out and spin backwards for 2 additional hits. If any of these hits connect to a wound, you will deal additional damage and trigger your Focus Strike to complete. It's worth noting you can use this on wounds that are still white and yet to fully open, because the initial hit will often open the wound and the follow-up hits will then trigger the full effect. If triggered, you will shoot your Kinsect at the wound with rapid speed, dealing damage and instantly opening and gathering all 3 extracts on your Kinsect, which will then return to you and buff you. This makes it a potent move for quickly entering the powered up triple buff state, making wounds extremely valuable for you as an Insect Glaive hunter. Furthermore, this move can be executed mid-air, allowing for an additional way to finish aerial combos off, and it's perfect to use after the Rising Spiral Slash to instantly regather all of the buffs that you just consumed. Now let's go over our aerial moveset. At any time while grounded, even mid-combo, you can use R2 and X to vault into the air off of your glaive for some quick aerial repositioning and attacks. Note that all aerial moves, dodges, and attacks will consume stamina, making stamina management a vital part of your aerial kit. While in the air, you can press X for a Midair Evade, which can be done in any direction and allows for easy repositioning before your next aerial attack. This is best used after successful jumping advancing slashes to prepare the correct angle for the next one, or to aim a descending thrust more accurately. Speaking of the jumping advancing slash, you can do this in the air with triangle, and this is a fast moving aerial attack that can be chained multiple times. Landing the hit will trigger a vaulting dance, launching you back into the air and increasing your next aerial move's damage slightly up to 3 times. Note that using focus mode helps aim this move for easier bouncing and even allows for Kinsect assists. This move will build up mount damage very well, but its stronger version is even better at it when you have your triple buff. It then becomes the strong jumping advancing slash, which is also known as the fan favorite helicopter attack. Connecting the final hit of this attack will launch you even higher in the air than the regular version up to 3 times. With an aerial circle, you will perform a jumping slash, which sees you strike and fall to the ground. It's a great way to attack on the way down when you want to get back to grounded combos, and leads into a reaping slash with your triangle. When empowered with your triple buff, this changes and becomes the strong jumping slash, which is a slightly flashier and stronger version of the move, doing multiple hits on the way back down, allowing you to combo straight into strong reaping slash. With R2 and R1, while in the air you can use Kinsect Midair Fire, which marks the target and commands your Kinsect to attack that point and make powder. With R2, you will execute the aerial version of Kinsect Mark, doing a very weak slash that marks the monster where you connect the hit to, which will send your Kinsect to attack that point repeatedly and make powder. Now let's go over our Kinsect commands and our focus mode, as these are very important for mastery of the Insect Glaive. Pressing R2 while grounded will perform the Kinsect Mark target, which does a very weak slash but marks a point for your Kinsect to track and attack repeatedly, creating dust clouds and consuming stamina as it does this. Holding R2, however, will activate our aim marker, which changes our crosshairs and allows for direct control over the Kinsect. Looking at different parts of the monster will now show you the color of extract you can get from each part. Generally speaking, a monster's head will give you red, its body will give you orange, and its legs will give you white, but it does vary and change per monster. With R2 being held, triangle will perform the Kinsect Harvest extract, which sends your Kinsect towards your aimed point to collect an extract from that part of the monster. Kinsects cannot store more than one extract at a time with this method, unless you have a Kinsect with the Harvest extract bonus. If you do have this, you can attack one point after another to get 2 different extract colors one after another. Furthermore, note that the Kinsect will fly towards where you're aiming, even if it's already out, and it will fly directly from its own position to the point that you're looking at. So sometimes it is better to recall the Kinsect and send it out again instead of having it move from its current point. This move can also be charged by holding down triangle and then releasing it after you see the little white glow pop on the bottom of your glaive. This causes the Kinsect to shoot out and drill towards your crosshair, piercing the monster and gathering extracts as it travels through different extract zones. If your Kinsect has the Kinsect Boost Harvest extract, this will allow your Kinsect to open and gather 3 essences at once instead of 2. Furthermore, you can use this while your Kinsect is currently flying out in the field, and it will drill towards your aim from its current point. Finally, with the Kinsect already out, you can hold R2 and press circle to recall the Kinsect back to you, allowing you to claim the buffs it has collected, and then it will start regenerating its stamina once it's back with you. Pressing R2 and R1 will perform Kinsect Fire. This is similar to Marked Kinsect, but it's a ranged version of it, making it great for gathering extracts from hard to reach spots. It marks a monster to get repeatedly attacked by your Kinsect and leave behind powder, which you can pop with your glaive attacks. Next we have Focus Mode by holding L2. This allows for better control over your attack orientation and keeps your hunter facing towards your crosshair. Any attack except for Wide Sweep, while the Kinsect is stowed, will have the Kinsect shoot out and attack with you at different angles depending on the moves you perform. This allows the Kinsect to automatically gather extracts as you attack, and then automatically give the buffs to you. This is called Kinsect Assist, and it is fantastic for passively gaining extract buffs without manually controlling the Kinsect. Note it even works while aerial. While in focus mode, note that you can execute a backwards input and circle to do a dodge slash. This is great for a quick reposition backwards, but note that the Kinsect Assist has really good range and will fly straight towards your crosshair and upwards, making it great to gather specific essences ahead of you and even hit higher up monster parts. When you have your triple buff, note that your Kinsect Assist will also become empowered, hitting even more rapidly with you, and it's a great way to utilize their damage types, with blunt leading to frequent KOs near monster heads, and slashing being good for tail severing. Now let's cover our alternative jump and mount attacks. Jumping off of a ledge with the weapon drawn will lead you into your available aerial moves as if you vaulted. Dodging off of a ledge without the weapon drawn allows for a triangle input to start a jumping advancing slash, while R2 will do an instant Kinsect mark target aerial. Running up of a wall with your weapon drawn and pressing triangle will execute the scaling double slash, having you strike as you descend to the ground. While sliding, you can jump mid-slide with X to go into aerial attacks as well. While riding your Sacred, you can tap or hold triangle to do a series of slashes that will also send your Kinsect forward to collect extracts. Triangle and circle together while mounted will do your Dismount Attack, which is a strong opener and builds mount damage. While you're mounted on a monster, pressing R1 will do a double slash and create wounds quite quickly, but hitting a red wound with this will do your mount finisher for an awesome spin to win style attack that does heavy damage and pops the wound. But note, unlike your focus thrust, this does not give you all 3 extracts. Now that you know all of the tools available to you, let's put it together with some useful combos that range from basic to more advanced. We'll start with your bread and butter unbuffed grounded combo to loop when you don't have your enhanced moveset with the triple extracts. Note this combo isn't advisable to use, and you should prioritize getting your triple buffs and then doing your enhanced moveset combos instead, but it is still good to know for situations where this applies. Hold L2 for focus mode to both better aim your attacks and benefit from Kinsect Assist. Press a neutral triangle followed by a forwards triangle for the Sidestep Slash combo, which adds an additional hit to the attack compared to a regular Reaping Slash, and end with a double slash on the third triangle, and finally input circle for overhead smash that allows this combo to be looped indefinitely. By utilizing that forwards triangle in the middle of the 3-step triangle combo, you will deal more damage while unbuffed compared to the regular triangle combo. Next is your bread and butter fully buffed grounded combo to loop during larger openings. Again, hold L2 for focus mode to better aim and benefit from the enhanced Kinsect assist. This time we want to just do 3 triangle inputs without direction, as this is now stronger while enhanced. It does your strong Rising Slash combo, and end it with a circle for Tornado Slash that allows this combo to be looped indefinitely while you have your buffs. Alternatively, you can do this same combo, but instead of looping it with a Tornado Slash, you can loop it with a charged circle input for a Descending Slash. So hold L2 for focus mode and Kinsect assist. Use triangle 3 times while you hold circle during the combo, then release circle after the final triangle for strong double slash to chain into the powerful descending thrust, dealing a strong flurry of hits that will loop back into this combo from the start. Alternatively, Tornado Slash hits hard and can be looped quite quickly in smaller damage windows. Hold L2 for Kinsect assist, and cycle between stationary triangle and circle inputs to repeatedly loop to Tornado Slash as quickly as you can. Looping Rising Spiral Slash is, however, a very powerful combo due to the high motion value of the total attacks, but it does require good extract management. Once you have all 3 extracts, which is best gained through a focus thrust on a wound, or with your charged Kinsect extract, you want to start the combo by holding and releasing circle either from the ground or in the air to perform your strong descending slash or thrust. Then follow this up with L2 and circle to do your Rising Spiral Slash. This can potentially gather your 3 extracts back with good positioning on larger monsters, but that does also require having a Harvest Extract Kinsect. If you did get all 3 extracts back, you can simply loop this combo again by charging your circle as you're in the air, using jumping advancing slashes or evades to buy you extra time, before releasing, doing a descending thrust down to the monster and looping the combo. If you didn't regather all of your extracts though, then you can either attempt to regather the missing extracts, which again is best done with a charged Kinsect extract, or go for a focus thrust on a wound, which can even be done mid-air directly after doing the Rising Spiral Slash. This will give you all of your extracts back and allow you to immediately loop back into this combo. If pure damage isn't your focus though, you may simply want to helicopter around the battlefield, and this is great for building mount damage on the monster, and from our experience results in multiple mounts per hunt quite easily. Ensure that you have your triple extracts for your enhanced moveset, and use focus mode by holding L2 so that your Kinsect will assist you. Then vault into the air with R2 and X, and use your triangle attack for a strong jumping advancing slash, which will rapidly strike around you, and the final hit, if it connects to a monster, will relaunch you back into the air, increase your aerial damage, and allow you to do it again. Note that you can mix in X for Midair Evades to allow for easier directional follow-ups, and after your 3rd and final jumping advancing slash while in the air, you want to hold and release circle to end the combo with a strong descending thrust. Then you can choose to go straight into a Rising Spiral Slash with L2 and circle, or loop this again for repeated aerial combos, or go into your grounded combos, whichever the situation demands is best. Now, armor and weapon skills are a crucial part of improving your playstyle, so here are some core skills to get started with. The Folga Anjanath is a group skill that gives you second wind for a secondary stamina bar. If you combine this with maximum might, you can gain the benefits of having maximum stamina for maximum might, gaining the affinity bonus, even while doing aerial moves and consuming stamina, as it will use the second stamina bar first. The airborne skill will boost aerial attack damage by 10% for some moves, which is nice given the aerial attack options we have in our kit. Flayer enhances wound creation, and the Insect Glaive thrives on using wounds to instantly gather all extracts again, so this is very helpful to make more wounds. Weakness Exploit increases affinity on weak points and further boosts it on wounds, and since we hit fast and frequently, this pairs well with us and we want to go for wounds anyway, so that wound bonus is nice too. Burst will increase our damage output when landing consecutive hits. This works well with the Insect Glaive's fast attack speed, and just 1 point is enough to get good mileage out of it. Power Prolonger is helpful for increasing the duration of your triple buff, but if you're playing with Rising Spiral Slash which consumes those buffs, then this is less useful. Sharpness is super important, so Handicraft, Protective Polish, and Razor Sharp are great at helping keep sharpness levels high. Note that Razor Sharp is an easy and effective choice. Evade Extender increases the distance of your dodges, even your aerial dodges, making it quite useful. And Constitution helps reduce the stamina cost of your aerial moves, so that is also useful too. Now let's go over some advanced tips to help you out on the Insect Glaive. Overall, I would recommend going with the Arc Maiden Kinsect, as this is just an ideal choice for an all-around good option. It has blunt damage, so you'll get frequent KOs. It has the Harvest Extract and Fast Charge bonus, making it really good for constantly regathering those essences very quickly to go back into your strongest combos. Due to the consistent use of Focus Mode with Kinsect Assist throughout all of your combos, you're going to need to hold down L2 quite a lot. But there is a way around this. You can change your Focus Mode to Toggle instead. This frees up the need to hold down L2 during most of your combos, making things a little easier. In Options, go to Controls, and on the second page, you can toggle Melee Weapons Focus Mode to Toggle. This lets you tap the Focus Mode to activate it and keep it active without the need to hold it down constantly. Your offset attack on the Descending Slash is quite difficult to master, but the Descending Thrust, the aerial version, is a lot easier to trigger. This is because the entire duration of the thrust from the air to the ground acts as the offset attack itself, meaning if you collide with a monster's attack during any point of the thrust down to the ground, you will topple the monster. So you might want to try actually going for this instead of the grounded version. After executing Spiral Rising Slashes, as you fall to the ground, you can start using a charged Kinsect Harvest, allowing you to instantly shoot and drill the Kinsect through the monster, and then recall it, instantly gathering 2 to 3 extracts depending on the Kinsect you're using, allowing you to go straight back into another Descending Thrust or Slash, into another Rising Spiral Slash, making this very potent to combine together and spam that move. Finally, the Evade Mantle, when proccing a perfect dodge with it, allows you to skip the first triangle in your regular triangle combo, going straight into a strong Reaping Slash. So not only do you get the attack bonus of the perfectly timed evade with the Evade Mantle, but you can go straight into the second step of your triangle combo, allowing you to loop the combo from its middle point, effectively increasing your damage. Thank you so much for watching as we put a ton of time into testing, experimenting, and fine-tuning the best way to present the moves and strategies for playing the Insect Glaive in Monster Hunter Wilds. Always remember, the road to becoming a better hunter is a marathon and not a sprint. So take what you've learnt here out on the field and test it. Whether you prefer aerial dominance or the grounded precision and damage, there's no wrong way to use the Insect Glaive as long as you're having fun, but you should always try and refine your style to become even stronger. Remember, the hunt is a journey of mastery. The more you practice, the more deadly you will become, so keep on honing those skills, and I'll see you out there on the field. Here at Arekkz Gaming, we're two friends who love to play games. You have me, Paradise, as well as 2-6.
Our goal is to keep the videos as concise as possible by cutting out any of the fluff and focusing on what really matters with high quality videos.
So make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very, very soon.